I am just filled with awe and gratitude. I had the most extraordinary experience after Practitioners Week.
Come. It feels like we're sitting in our living room, doesn't it? It's just we're hanging out here. It's so beautiful.
On the evening I came home, my mind was still churning. Had been all week. And I was expecting to crash out. I was so exhausted, or I thought I was. And I found that I didn't. And when I finally did lay down, it was 11 o'clock and it was Good Friday and it was a full moon. And the moonlight was shining in on my bed and I couldn't sleep. So I found the CD that you sent us after No Ego about re-entry. And I put that on and I was just lying there. And it's only with hindsight I now recognise you've described this experience, but something started to come up.
Good.
And this extraordinary energy. And my heart started to pound like it is now. And I burst into tears. And I was a little bit frightened. It was beautiful and extraordinary. But I was frightened because it's just
so big. Yeah.
And I got on the phone to, it was called, it wasn't even a mental decision, it was a calling to call somebody who'd been on Prac Week with us and to share it. And we ended up, I went into the exquisite joy, the almost hysterical joy.
Yes.
That I touched in No Ego, in a process. And then it came to me, I was in it spontaneously without being in a process. And then I couldn't stop laughing. And then it just went on until 5 a.m. with waves of bliss. It was just utterly, utterly beautiful. And I slept for 3 hours. I processed with someone whilst in that place. And all of your teachings were coming back to me and resonating in a completely different way. I was hearing it from a different centre of gravity. And my mind was quiet for the first time.
Oh, how beautiful.
And it stayed for days and days and days. And I just kept listening to the CDs and doing the meditations, and it was so beautiful, and still is. It's just
you look
still
beautiful. Here. You're so radiant.
I just felt like such an extraordinary gift. I had no idea this was what was on offer here.
I wish I could say that it was from offer here, but it's not here. It's on offer from the universe, isn't it? It's from on offer from God. It's God's life's gift.
And then
because
I recognized
something was, so much scaffolding falls away, and then suddenly here we are. And everything's here. All is available, and there's no way of explaining this.
Yeah. And it snowed the next morning when I got up. It was just like I stood at the window. I was like, oh my God, this is like being in a spirit, living inside a meditation.
Yes. Yeah. You never have to leave this. You know how Kirtana talks in the song, not to even get, dance while the coals are burning hot and forget them when they're not. So not to want it to be that moment, but to, the coals were burning hot for a while there. And then this here-nowness, this availability, it is constantly moving, changing. And yet there's something so still in it, and open in it, and just hanging out in this. It's a wonder. Today, the rest is showing up as a lot of joy and personal joy at seeing the beloveds here. you know, but I don't know what the next moment can bring. And I'm aware that we're sitting here, and we're sitting here, and there's never ever been another moment here. And there's something so at ease with that, you know, just to be here.
Do you remember when you were on the couch with Danielle, during Practitioners Week? She was in Source and the two of you were on the couch just laughing.
Yeah.
I've finally gone. I recognize that. Yeah.
This laughing will happen many times in your lifetime, but to resist any temptation for it to happen in the way that it did.
Oh, thank you.
The deaths, when they happen, it's like this is the first time I've ever experienced Source. And then next week, this is the first time I've ever experienced Source. And oh, this is really the first time. And there's this dying and awakening. And I love Maten's song. He goes, we're awakening, awakening, awakening. And there's never any landing anywhere. It's just sort of at ease with Source being what it is and it being here as it is now. You seem so free.
Thank you. It's a relief.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you.